Hello, lovely people. I hope you're having a wonderful day, and if not, I hope it gets better. Welcome to my channel, and let's get started. Today, we're going to be giving this lovely lady a makeover. Would you like to introduce yourself? Right. And of course, I won't know if she responded or not until after I'm editing the audio later. Just looking at her briefly here, when I got her, her leg had already fallen off. I got her at an estate sale or perhaps a yard sale. I can't remember now. I got her a few months ago. A lot of her clothing is pretty stained, not like stains, but like yellowed with age sort of staining. Her hair, of course, is a little bit ratty. It happens with pretty much all porcelain dolls at some point. Her shoes are actually in pretty good shape, which I'm very happy about. The last couple dolls that I started, which I will be showing you in a later video, their shoes were just absolutely desecrated. And these ones are in really good shape, and so I won't have to replace them or make new ones or fix them or anything. So we'll get into this shortly. I have over here my bowl of very hot soapy water for us to do our initial clean in. So I'm going to put down the microphone and get started. All right, so my dismay here is coming to the forefront. It looks like we have a mold issue, so we'll see how deep it goes, and we'll see if I can clean it or if I have to replace the fabric. Over here, we have this. It looks like it might be mold. Yeah, not loving that, but that's what I'm here for. Okay, so I do just looking here as well. Ooh, oh my gosh. Just looking here as well. I do love how this is connected. I have seen other porcelain dolls where their joints are connected with zip ties, which is really interesting. I don't love that. It looks like, it feels like her arm is grinding against something, but I don't think it's the neck. So we'll have to investigate that, I think. Yeah, I'm just gonna continue pulling her apart. I think I'm gonna toss her clothes straight in the soapy water and get it soaking, and we're gonna investigate her further. Oh, that's very hot. Next, we're going to remove her head and her stuffing. Just looking through the leg hole, it looks like her stuffing's probably like a conglomerate of old stuffing. I really don't like it when they are like that. It concerns me. On one hand, I think it's very interesting because it it can be like a bunch of different stuffings all put together, and you can sort of tell like that these are just scraps that someone used to stuff their doll, and that, I don't know, I think that's kind of neat. But it is very difficult to clean, so we do always have to end up replacing that. The scissors. All right, and now her head's off. She's still lovely. Don't tell her otherwise. Oh, I've never actually seen the top sealed like this. Usually it just goes straight into the neck. So that's kind of neat. Let's see. Oh. Okay, I've also never seen this before. I've never seen the arms stuffed separately and not adhered, but secured to the body. I've never seen that before. That's kind of neat. I think the more of these that I do, I'm just going to find that there isn't really a consistent way that people decided to put these together. I'm gonna see if there's a good way to get to the arms because again, there's like this. Oh, you know what? It's the wire. That's the sound of the wire. So I do actually want to get to that just so I can add some extra padding around it. And then I'd also like to clean this external fabric, but I can't do that with the stuffing inside. This is really packed in there, and I can't really tell exactly what kind of stuffing this is, but when we restuff her, she's going to get something more like this, something closer to just a standard cotton batting fabric stuffing. Usually when I do my initial clean, I keep the legs connected because they can be a bit of a pain to reconnect. They can also be a bit of a pain to disconnect. Like this seems to be just that it was super glued, or I'm sorry, hot glued to the fabric. You can see the little shine of the glue here and the fact that everything's sticking to it. So I think I'm going to struggle to get this one off without damaging the rest of the fabric. So I'm just going to leave it there. Let's see how her cap, I keep forgetting. Let's see how her cap is on. It feels like it's just glued on. Another interesting one. I don't really like it when they're glued together. They're very hard to dismantle and then get back together properly. So this is going to be interesting. Okay, so that's a little better. It does look like it's only partially glued, and it has the little hooks to secure into the head hole. She's got a very small head hole. Look at that. Usually it's the whole top. We're not going to put her hair in just yet. I want to wash that separately. And we're not going to soak her face just because of all of the paint. All of the, she'll lose her rosy cheeks. Well, she could lose her rosy cheeks. She might not, but I'm just going to spot clean her. I found a little lip here, so I think I can just pull the stuffing out that way. It looks like the wire is rusted, so I'm going to pull the wire out as well. I usually keep the wire in, but since it's rusted and damaged, I'm not compelled to leave it there. So it looks like the wire was in the full length of the arm. That's another thing that I haven't seen before. Usually it's here, it stops around the forearm area. It's just to add a little more structure to the shoulders. Yeah, that's a little odd. Not wrong, just strange. Okay. So we're going to leave her clothes in the soapy water for a little while. Hopefully the soapy water will do a lot of the heavy lifting. I don't really want to have to bring chemicals in if I don't have to, but to get some of those stains out, I might have to bring in bleach and bleach-based cleaners and that sort of thing. Yeah, so next we're going to move on to Her Majesty's face. I got my jug of vinegar and my handful of cucumber. We're going to clean the shoes and the face. Yeah. Ooh. My main reason is just that I don't want... She could be dirty. I don't know where she comes from. I don't know where she went. So she could have any number of bacteria on her. And I think it would just be best if I get her sanitary and clean. There's some residue around the eyes here that I'm trying to get. It looks like glue, but it dried poorly. There we go, nice and clean. So it looks like this sleeve was entirely unaffected by the soapy water, which I'm not too surprised about. I'm also finding more little black spots. So, at least this dress will have to get bleached. I'm a little hesitant to use proper bleach though, just because it's a pink dress. Yeah, so I think I'm going to use a couple different cleaners on this one. This has some yellowing, but I think I can get that out. And then same with the fabric for the bodies. We have the trousers still as well. And of course, I still have to rinse these off because they're full of soap, but and the socks. The socks really aren't that big of a deal. It looks like the majority of the yellowing is probably the elastic, but I do still want to try to get that clean and nice looking. Can we see it? It's hard to tell, but the water is not pretty. It's kind of icky, which is, good because that's the goal, is to get the gross off of them. But yeah, so I'm gonna rinse these off and I will be back. All right, so all of the clothes are rinsed off, and upon rinsing, I have found there are more black spots on here on both sides. And then there were another couple pieces of clothing that I don't know what this is. It looks like just dirt, debris. Same here. Then there were a couple more, yeah, like here. And I don't know if it's mold or not, but just to be safe, I'm just going to treat everything for mold. Yeah, there were some here too. Yeah, so I'm just going to treat everything for mold, and hopefully that's okay, because I do really want her to work out. I don't have, well, I used to have mold and mildew cleaner, but I don't know where it is. think now I am going to just dunk the cloth parts. I don't really want the bleach getting to the porcelain. I'm just concerned about it. I don't know if it'll do anything, it might not. But I'm just gonna get that in there. Oh. There. Good enough. Yeah, and I think that's where we're going to have to leave it for today, because that's going to have to soak for quite a while. So next time I will be taking care of her hair, and hopefully I'll be able to put her back together. Yeah. So if you enjoyed this, please give me a like and subscribe and comment. She's going to need a name if I don't get a response from her in the recording. Yeah, so if you have any name suggestions, drop those in the comments as well. Thank you again for clicking on my video, and I hope you have a great day.